If you guys would like to win this free iPhone 8, all you guys have to do is follow these simple rules. All you guys have to do is subscribe to the channel, turn on channel notifications, leave a like on the video, and then comment down below saying you subscribed and you'll be entered to win at the end of the month. Yo, what is going on, guys? It is District Trending here, bringing you guys this brand new video. Today, guys, I'm going to be telling you guys some untold truths about XXXTENTACION, but before we do, make sure you guys watch this video all the way through, because I'm going to be hiding 3 free Amazon gift card codes for you guys to win, because it is getting near Christmas, so I do want to start giving back to all my supporters and all that. Now, this could possibly be the easiest $20 you guys ever make, so just make sure you guys just watch the whole video through. I'm going to have some really good information anyway, so it's just kind of for you guys, so you're welcome. The shout out notification is going to this guy right here on the screen. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for being active on the channel. If you guys would like a shout out at the start of my next video to help you gain a lot of subscribers, all you guys have to do is like the video, turn on channel notifications, and then comment down below saying something about XXXTENTACION, and then you'll be entered to win. Alright, so first off, I want to start this video by asking you, when you think of XXXTENTACION, what is the first thing that comes to mind? For the regular person that doesn't really know a lot about X, you're probably thinking something about like the assault of his ex-girlfriend, or just the fights with Migos and all the problems with Drake. But for somebody who knows a good bit about X, you would actually know he's very different and he's a really down-to-earth guy, and he always supports his fans on any social media. You'll see him responding to a bunch of fans. It's awesome. All the bad things that people think of X is not really his fault by any means, but I will admit he has done some things that I don't really agree with. But if you look at the positives and negatives of XXXTENTACION, the positives definitely outweigh the negatives. It's just weird because he kind of has that visual image of, you know, if you look at him, you would kind of think, you know, he's kind of a bad person and all that stuff, but he's actually a really good down-to-earth guy, and I'm pretty sure he's just really misunderstood. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys about all the positive stuff about X, basically all the untold truths that not everybody really knows. So hope you guys do enjoy. So we're going to talk about the first thing that will come to people's mind when they think of X, and that's just how aggressive he is. X gets a lot of backlash because how many times he's been aggressive with other rappers, and just video clips of him fighting with people in general. But what a lot of people don't know is he's actually always been an aggressive person, but for good reason. X's own mom has put him in many positions where he's had to be aggressive and defend himself at times, even has put himself in positions where he had to defend his own mom. When X was younger, he said in an interview that his mom had a guy over, and while they were in the kitchen, X heard glasses being dropped in like glass vases and stuff like that, and then it was like what sounded like a fight. So X went to go check out what was going on, and what was happening was the guy who was over was actually attacking his mom, and X, only being 12 years old at this time, he actually grabbed a shard of glass that fell and then punctured the guy, leaving him on the floor so his mom can get away from him and so the police could come. Not only that, X actually always wanted to be a UFC fighter as well, so obviously if it ever had to come to a fight, you would obviously not turn it down, because he was training for MMA for I think it was 5 years. And not only that, just the place that he grew up from, you had to be able to defend yourself at all times, at school and all that. Just to sum it all up, X always had to protect himself and his mom from just such a young age, so obviously he's going to be a little bit on the aggressive side, but honestly that's not really that bad of a thing. Now this just brings me on to the next thing about X that most people don't know, and that's the relationship with his mom. Now I've covered this in many videos about X before fame and while growing up, and I can assure you X's mom wasn't the greatest to him, but he still loves her more than anything in the world. While growing up, his mom actually kicked him out of the house multiple times, and has even done some really unquestionable things to him. There's many times where X wasn't even allowed to go home some nights because how he acted to his mom earlier in the day, so he had to stay at a friend's house or go to his grandma's house. He also said in an interview, while he was growing up, he was mostly raised by his grandmother. He wasn't really even with his mom that much. So as you can tell, X didn't really have the easiest childhood, and he said he always felt like an outsider and didn't really get along with people. So just like in his example of how bad his childhood was, he met his old best friend Ski Mask while he was in a detention center at only the age of 14. So obviously being in like detention centers, not being allowed to go home most nights, is obviously going to mess you up a little bit. Having a bad childhood doesn't always mean that you're always going to be perfect when you're older, just like how X is now. He always talks about how he's not always so happy and stuff like that, so obviously he's going to be a little sad and maybe he'll get a little angry sometimes, but he really did not have it easy as a kid. Now I also want to talk about all the accusations of X assaulting his ex-girlfriend, and they're definitely not true because he was in jail when the so-called assault happened. And actually yesterday, at the time I'm recording this video, the ex-girlfriend told the judge she wants all the cases dropped and all the charges dropped, so that just adds on to the point that he definitely didn't do it. So I just really wanted to point that out in this video, just in case you actually haven't haven't heard of the news, she does want all of the charges dropped. Now, I don't know why, but many people see him as some really mean person because some of his music, but never really actually look into him more and see how good of a person he actually is. So I'm going to do that for you guys. I'm going to show you guys some clips of XXXTENTACION and some of his best and motivational moments that I bet most of you guys have never actually seen this side of him before. Please make sure you guys watch this whole thing in case you have any mixed feelings about X, because he deserves a lot more than what he gets. So I hope you guys do enjoy. If you did, please hit a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to win a free iPhone X at the end of the month. Peace out.
And if it's not accordingly, then how are we living? How you living if your life is not control? Just like I'm in control of my life, and everybody supports me. I want to teach everybody to do what the I'm doing, and if I'm not doing that, then I'm a fake. If I'm not teaching people how to make money, if I'm not teaching people how to love themselves, if I'm not teaching people how to do everything they want to do with their life, then who the f am I? I'm not your. If I'm not teaching you how to do better with your life, I'm not your brother or your friend. I'm a.
Hold on for silence, please. Listen, I want to say something to you guys.
Shut that shit up.
Alright, so listen. No matter what anybody tells you, each and every individual in here is a star. All of you are important. Listen, life is going to be very fucking hard. Nothing comes without sacrifice, and nothing comes without pain. You make sure, listen, you make sure no matter what the life throws at you, you never give up. You hear me? I don't know what each and every individual's dream is, but if you believe in yourself and you take heed to what you believe in, you can accomplish it. I believe in each and every one of you motherfuckers. I believe that you are all stars and geniuses in the making. Portland, I love you. And with that, I bid you a farewell and a good night. Thank you for having me. I'm just gonna ask questions, talk to you guys about life, period. Nothing, I mean, out of the way, you know what I'm saying? So the first thing I'd like to do is go around and probably ask what your dreams are, each individual. So, what's your dream?
Be an NFL player.
What are your main influences in music right now? I'm telling you as a man, I could never go through anything that you just told me. I tell my mom every day that if I lose her, I'm done. Give me a situation to where in the past week that was extremely discouraging for you. I can go tell her and her she's beautiful at the end of the day, and they go home with no job or no funding to feed their family. But what we can do for them is present them opportunity. But like I said, it's not about what's thrown at you. It's about how you deal with it. And everything is constantly a level up. The whole process from birth until now is to evolve, whether it be physically or mentally. But you cannot evolve physically and not evolve mentally, because that tells a story in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Medium? Alright, this one fits you. This is my secret channel. My shirt, medium, that's for you. And then my boy has a brand. I mean, I was giving away this shirt, but I was like, whatever, might as well give it to you, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, give him this one. Hold the camera.
Appreciate you. And this is my boy's brand right here. He actually has a brand. It's called Ryder. That's easy. And the brother in the back.
Oh, that shit hard. I like it. Yo, this one hard.
Hey, that boy likes your shirt.
Yeah, that's on you. That's on you. That's all for you, dog.
I appreciate you. I like that W on the back.
Yeah.
I might promote this shit.
Bro, that's all you, bro. I appreciate you, though.
Alright, man. Hey.
Yo, I appreciate the effort, though, bro. Real shit.
Thanks, bro.
You take it serious.
No,
bro.
I do.
This type of shit is gonna take you far. Keep following.
Thanks, bro. I
dreams,
appreciate it.
It goes very far, and then just even with all lies of your mind. Don't get caught up in everything that's outside of your mind. The more time you spend in your mind, I really honestly want you to keep on working, because if you don't, it doesn't go anywhere. Everything besides what you got planned does not matter. You gotta stay in your mind.
Keep going, bro. Hey, man, I appreciate it so much, dog.
Just
Nice meeting
remember
you.
what I said. Study your laws of the universe. Laws of the universe. Or get the master key.
I appreciate it, dog.
Because I would have never thought I would ever go through a situation and that something would ever affect me the way I never thought I would feel something for someone I barely knew that would up so bad just because I came from it. And there's no way, it just sucks when it gets to a point to where there's no way to change what happened. There's no way for me to bring this girl back. there's no way for me to remotely, it just sucks when it gets to the point to where you can't do anything. So again, if you have any friends or family that are showing you signs of depression, you make sure you support them and you are there for them. And you make sure you do what you gotta do to support them.